Hey there. Hey there. Hey there. Hey there. Hey there. Welcome to your weekly guidance for the week. Um, which goddess speaks to you? Well, will be guiding you through this week. What goddess energy will be guiding you through this week? And I may do some clarifiers, I may not. I will be reading from the book on these goddesses and expanding from there, or doing, oh my god, or doing it intuitively and going from there. Yeah. So pick one. One, two, three. Which one has your message? Which one has your message? Which one has your message? I will see you in the description box below for your timestamps or in the comments. If you'd like a personal reading, please reach out. The information is in the description box below. Okay. Start with 2. Hey, pal 2. Your goddess is Hestia. Hestia's day is coming through in these readings. And Hestia is the goddess of the home. Her messaging is, I like to think of it as about cleaning up the house. But of course, you can take that quite literally. And I think if you pick this pile, you ought to take it quite literally. Clean up your house, clean up your home, clean up your environment, clean up your car, clean up your trailer, clean up your room, your bathroom, your office desk, like physical, actual cleaning. I'm talking decluttering. I'm talking throwing stuff out. I'm talking donating stuff. I'm talking making it as easy as possible for you to have a clean and breathable space. And also your mind space, right? Because that I feel will help. At least it helps me when I'm cleaning up my physical space. It helps also clean out my mental space. Call that being in the zone. Call it setting time for something so that the spirit can move through and sweep what it needs to sweep without me being a monitor and compressing my brain and the things that happen in this sort of like airy plane. But Hestia's empowerment message is being at home in your own skin is what the Greek goddess of hearth, Hestia, offers you today. When you are in alignment with your truest self, it's like everything you do suddenly fits and feels right. Now is the time to also look into your domestic environment, making sure you are surrounded by beautiful things that have a special positive meaning for you. Cleaning, tending house, and taking care of simple things are what is called for now. For some of you, gardening is important also, or having some plants around you. Chop wood and carry water is the Zen koan puts it. As the Zen koan puts it. Wow. The answers to the big questions come of their own accord when you're focused on the small tasks. Absolutely exactly what I was saying before, where when you're cleaning and doing something in the physical realm, spirit is then allowed to come through in the airy fairy and just clean house and take what's not needed and pick up what's not needed and leave you with some space to bring answers forward, for your intuition to speak louder or more, not fervently, but more forward. The goddess Hestia reminds you that when you are at home in yourself, you are at home in the world. So also, what can you do to make yourself feel at home in yourself? Do you need to cut your hair? Okay. Do you need to color your hair? Do you need to paint your nails? Do you need to buy some new underwear, boxers, panties, whatever you wear on your under parts? Do you need to not shave for a bit? Do you need to shave for it? Yeah, just what would make you feel at home in yourself? Can we get some more guidance for those that picked this? Thanks. It's the Queen of Wands in reverse. I think this is about letting loose, and we also have the Page of Pentacles here. I feel like this is about you letting loose. Letting loose. Sorry, loose is in there. The channel is called Loose Lumiere. Letting loose, getting a bit wild, getting off your crown, getting off your seat, and not trying to be so perfect, not trying to be so on top of things in terms of like your persona. Letting yourself breathe more, giving yourself more breathing room to wild out. And what keeps coming to mind is not be so perfect, not be so contained. So if feeling at home in yourself means that you do express some anger, then you do express that anger, rather than keeping it in and holding it back. If being true to yourself is you taking a week off of work or a couple of days off of work for personal reasons, for you to just sleep or stay in bed or go take a walk, or just a day for you where you are the reason why you take that day off, then you do it. Things that you don't allow yourself to do, that you want to do, that you're hungry to do, are coming for you and are wanting you this week. And give yourself permission to be off your rocker a little bit this week. Okay? I wish you everything. I really do. Clean house, clean your mental self as well, your mental being. And I wish you luck. I wish you everything. Keep your light on, honey, and good luck. See you in the comments, and if you'd like a personal reading, you know where to find me. The information is in the description box below. Bye-bye. Hey, Pile 1. Oh, June. Mama O. Okay. The goddess Oshun is guiding you this week, and that's beautiful. Oshun be killing it. The goddess Oshun is about generosity. She gives, but she gives because she's so full. She gives because her cup runneth all the way over. If there is an area of your life where your cup runs over, or an area of your life where you feel quite full, then feel free to share that with others. And that can mean, let's say you feel really happy that day. That's a fullness. Something happens this week that makes you feel so full, so happy. Share it with other people. And not just the event, maybe the event, but share that joy. Give that to someone else. If someone listened to you this week, listen to someone else, for heaven's sake. Shut your mouth. Fuck. Okay? If someone gave you time, give your time to someone else, or even to that person. And just give them that time. Be with them with whatever they need to do or say or be in. Be generous in that way. If this is about money, if you're full in money, if you feel a sense of fullness in money, share that with someone or someone's, or an organization, or buy something for someone you care for, something like that. If you're feeling healthful, share that information with someone who might be struggling. If you have information, period, and you feel full in this information, quite knowledgeable, share that information. And for some of you, this might be a moment for you, in a very weird way, to start some sort of business or nonprofit-esque activities. And by that, I mean you have a certain knowledge base and you can help people. So you can post things to your status. I just found out that this is how you can get your credit score to go higher once it's been dipped. These are the tips that I've learned over time. This is how I've been budgeting, and what I've seen from my budgeting are these and these types of results. And if anybody needs that resource, there you go. And who knows what this could start. Now, I wouldn't approach it in that way. Maybe you could for some of you, but this is about giving. This is about being generous, and how you might get something back from that. But that's not necessarily the spirit of it. But if that's ringing any bells for you, definitely do it, because you might get something back from that, but not immediately. It could be one of those things that I'm speaking to a very specific sort of group of person, where if you do share the knowledge that you have, and you truly are sharing it and being generous with it, somewhere down the line, it may give you this proof of concept that you then need to start a little side something where you help people in a way that also helps you financially. Okay, let's read the book. Let's see what the book's saying. What up, O? Big O. Big O, O-M-N-O. Ocean. There is a universal law that centers on unrestrained generosity and flow. Oshun, the benevolent Rio Ruban river goddess, the representation of nourishment, healing, fertility, prosperity, reminds you that life herself has given to you freely. You have been offered air to breathe, water to drink, food to eat, and shelter to sleep in. So, it is your task to give freely of yourself, no matter how big or small the act, without expectation of receiving anything in return. The goddess Oshun encourages you to allow gratitude to permeate everything you do now, even the smallest of opportunities and gestures. The very experience of giving and being generous with your heart, time, money, assistance, kindness, and care will provide more value than you can imagine. And when you release all attachment to the outcome, you will be surprised to see how the good fortune you have bestowed on others comes back to you tenfold. Oshun reminds you that this is a truth that has existed since time began and will continue until the world's very end. So for some of you, something that you do, something that you share may yield to something more in the future, and that's definitely something I'm picking up on. But for the majority of you, for everybody, this is about giving and being generous with something that you can be generous, not something that you're squeezing the shit out of yourself of. No, it's about being generous. And I am picking up it's a generosity to others, not so much to yourself. If this is a generosity to yourself, I feel like it's in the giving to others in this way. And by this way, I mean in a way that feels good to you, not in a way that depletes you. And for some of you, that's going to be kind of difficult. It's that's going to help you. That's going to lift your spirits up if your spirits are quite low. Okay, I wish you everything. I really do. If you'd like a personal reading, the information for that is in the description box below. Please have an amazing week, and I will see you next time. Hey, number 3. How are you? Your goddess is Maya. I swear, these are the same players that be coming out. Maya is always out here. Maya talks about illusion. And she gives me moon vibes, high priestess vibes, but in a very, oh, that would have been wise. Oh well. In a very, not so threatening kind of way, honestly. Are they all in alphabetical order? I thought they were in numbered order. Maya says, when you look at the world, everything you see appears to be real. So it's easy to imagine that your current conditions are influenced only by obvious actions and calculated movements. This is an illusion, as everything is intrinsically connected, though not visible to us due to the limitations imposed on our perception by our 5 senses. Hindu goddess of illusion Maya, girl, you could have fooled me. Hindu? How's she whole blonde and creamy? Okay. Calls you to trust that the invisible world is responding to your deepest desires and intentions to make a better life for yourself and others. You are able to see through the curtain of illusions. Your clarity and intuition is heightened as your next steps are sure-footed. When the goddess Maya chooses to help you, trust that everything you need arises from your world with ease. To me, this feels like a call for you to dream. I've been getting this call for quite some time. Like, this is a season. I know if you're around watching this around Gemini season, like, there's something about the Gemini season that's really rich with manifestation power, at least with the readings that I've been doing. Like, there's something slowly coming to life, and there's something happening. There's things happening. It's like people are coming into some really good stuff, a really good phase, a really rich phase. And this message of dream, this message of pretend, this message of act as if it keeps coming up. And not even acting, it's more so like play, dream. It's really more so in the realm of dream, imagine, that type of thing. What's my point? I've been thinking a lot about this concept of thy will be done. Not my will, but thy will. The will of the great unknown, the will of God, the will of the universe, the will of the powers that be. And how valuable that is in any state of life. And I feel like this card, this message that Maya brings to us, is a reminder that we can have lived a life, we can watch movies, we can talk to people, we can experience life through our own eyes, through the eyes of others, through stories of others, and yet only know still a fraction of what exists in the greatness of the world, in the world of possibility. So what I mean is, with illusion, it's really not to say, but it is to say that the world that we live in, what we think we're capable of, what we think is possible for us, is an illusion, in that it's not the only thing that exists. It's like a shimmery curtain that's around us in a spherical way, but outside of the sphere is everything else that is possible to us. And so when we push our own will, and when we think what we see is the only thing that's available to us, we're really doing ourselves a great disservice, because there is so much more out there that we have no idea about. And so if you dream the wildest dreams, if you imagine 7 impossible things every day, who knows what of that impossible could actually be possible? So for you this week, this is an invitation to play. This is an invitation for you to think of impossibilities that make you feel giddy. This is a week for you to fucking play, dude. Just dream. Write a story of you experiencing something wild and delight in that, because you don't know. For you, that seems wild. But to the universe, to the powers that be, they're like, oh, that's about that old thing. You know? You would be surprised how what you dream of comes to you. And it's really freaking scary, because I've done this before. I've lived this life of imagining some crazy things, and when they come to me and when it hits me like, oh my god, this is exactly what I asked for. I just didn't come in the form that I thought, or like it actually is in the form that I thought. I just wasn't in, you dream and you forget about it. You dream, you laugh at it, you go, ha ha ha, this is so cute. Okay, fine, I'm in a good mood. Okay, girl. And then you let that thought go. And then it comes to you and you're like, oh my gosh, how did this, You never know what's going to happen, is what I'm saying. So this is a call for you to dream and spend time in illusion, and spend time in fun daydreams. The sun. Because this could be a couple things. This could be a message to people who may not be in the best of spirits. But people who may not be in the best of spirits that have an inkling that something better is coming. So if that's you, then that's good. This could also be a message to say that, to reiterate the fact that, yeah, things are coming, but they're coming in time. The sun is going to shine, but it's going to shine in time. It's delayed, essentially. But I don't think it's delayed. I think it's just coming in its time. It's not being postponed. It's not, actually, for some people it might be, because you're maybe not dreaming a big dream. You're not really playing in the field of possibilities. And for others, how the sun reads a bit is not dreaming big enough, or dreaming in a way that burns you, and being careful to not dream in a way that burns you. So this is people who, rather than, acting as if is how this comes in. It's not like you dream your dream and then you lower your vibe by going, but this is the shithole that I'm in, but this is the situation that I'm in. It's like dreaming that dream and staying in that sun, and staying in that sort of energy that it brought you of, okay, that was really nice. You know, that was really sweet. Not this sort of bulimic attitude of where you eat a good meal and rather than enjoying the feeling of feeling full and filled up by this meal, you go throw it up. That's kind of what some people do, where they dream this dream and they take themselves to a really high high. And something in them says, yeah, but you know, look at where you're at. And they throw up and they have this sort of bulimic relationship with their dreams. So not doing that would be helpful. And just staying high and saying, oh, what a sweet dream. What a lovely thought. And having that just sit with you, you know, acting, and not even acting, just swimming in that energy and enjoying it for what it is and letting it go. Not dropping it down and then saying, but this is the fucking reality. No, you know. So I wish you everything. I really do. If you'd like a personal reading, you know where to find me. The information for that is in the description box below. I wish you everything. Keep your light on and good luck. Hmm.